And good morning from Scotty Ray Candace. The weekend is over. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm like, having anxiety today, Scotty Ray.
Why are you having anxiety?
I got a dentist appointment this morning.
Ooh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, I have to get a couple of teeth filled. I have like a couple of fillings that are like bad, the old gray kind or whatever, and they broke down or whatever. I don't know. But I have anxiety. Like I have a high tolerance for pain anywhere else but my mouth. I just can't take it.
I can tell you, I got that shot in the lip last time I went, and I hollered. It was pretty bad. It was rough.
The last 2 times I have gone to the dentist to have like any kind of tooth filled or anything, my jaw. Well, one time I was having a root canal. The other I was having a filling, and my jaw locked.
I know that feeling.
It locked afterwards. Like for 2 or 3 weeks, I had a locked jaw where
Hurts,
I could not.
doesn't it?
So if I come back tomorrow
And
I can't talk or I can't open my mouth very well, you know what's wrong.
Bless your heart. Well, I wish you luck with it, because that is, when you said that, it reminded me. Did you see that episode of Three's Company when Jack didn't want to go to the dentist and one of them was dating? It was hilarious.
No, but that would be me. Look, I had already planned all this stuff out. My husband was going to take me. I was going to get some gas and like get a Valium or something to knock me out. I mean, I'm serious when I tell you I have anxiety about the dentist.
Bless your heart.
Bad. So I have not looked forward to this at all.
All right, look, I have never seen this. As we were getting ready to go, and I glanced over at Candace, and I thought, okay, I don't know what that is. So I politely asked what this is on your arm, and I want you to show
he thought
this.
I had just had a hole in my. This is for like putting your finger through here. I don't know why.
I have never seen this before.
The only thing I can think is that maybe this is like a yoga attire shirt.
Okay.
To where, like, if you stretch or whatever, your sleeve doesn't come up your arm. I don't know really what it is.
Mine doesn't have it.
I don't use it, though, because that's not comfortable to me.
But a good color, though.
Thank you.
Like that. Weekend come and gone. Big turnout down at the Max this weekend for the Sip and Savor. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest, I read that, and I didn't quite understand what it was all about, and I didn't go. So I'm assuming it had something to do with you. Wine and maybe food, maybe?
I would think so.
But it was huge turnout. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that understood it.
That's good.
Yeah. Kemper Academy had a great turnout for their Night Under the Stars.
And I hate I didn't get to go to that, but it just was not a good weekend for me.
Busy weekend.
It was not a good weekend, no. So I didn't get to go to that, and I hate that, but I hope they had a really, really good
Yeah, it was. So. I even saw a few videos from it live. Mm-hmm. Let's see, they've opened up one lane of traffic next to Sam's Fashion where the building collapsed. There is one lane now that you can't go down that street.
I came by there the other day, and that's a scary scene.
It is.
I mean, there's like a little barber shop right next door. So, I mean, I would imagine that if that was still in operation before that it's not now, because that would just be really...
I saw where somebody rented them another building. They moved their barber shop.
Yeah, that's scary, though. And I'm thankful that did not happen while they were, working.
Yeah.
That's
a miracle.
Right, it is. It's just like collapsed. So
let's see. Tomorrow, make sure if you live in the city limits of Meridian, don't complain if you don't go vote. If you live in the city limits, go do it, because it really was not a big turnout
at all.
That first one
at all. They were. I heard just this morning they were talking about that it was just a minute amount of people out of the whole population of Meridian.
Yeah.
Who went to vote. So.
And then normally these runoffs are even less than the primary. Mm-hmm. Normally.
Yeah.
And if you look at the numbers, we'll see where it goes. Of course, Jimmy Smith, and it's down to Percy. Mm-hmm. In the last election, I want to say, and this is rough numbers, this is not exact, that Percy had 1,600, 1,900 for Jimmy Smith, and then Harris had 800, and the other guy had 100. She got behind Jimmy, and the other guy got behind Percy. Mm-hmm. So it's still up in the air, but...
Yeah. I mean, there's still an independent and Republican candidates too, but
that'll be later, but they don't have a chance,
right? I mean, it's more than likely it's going to be a Democratic mayor, and so more than likely whoever wins tomorrow,
without a doubt. Mayor, so. It's great to have competition, but I just don't see a Republican going back in.
Yeah. I don't live in the city. I mean, I live out in the county, but I do work in town, and
so it does affect you.
It does, and so there's a lot of changes that need to be made, and I think change is good. You know, I think change will be good as long as, you know, somebody has some better ideas and,
We'll
is
see.
going to move forward with, you know, improving our community. So.
But you got to give kudos of the downtown area. There's been a lot of changes there, and that has stepped up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's
That
looking
is good.
And, you know, all these people who are making these cleanup efforts, you know, around town,
Yeah.
it's really paying off, because when I went through town the other day, they've got some beautiful flowers everywhere planted, and stuff's clean looking. You know, it reminds me of years ago.
Yeah.
You know, years ago when we used to have, our town was just, you know, flowers everywhere, and people took a little more pride. And so I feel like that's coming back around.
East
you know.
Mississippi Hub has done a
Yes.
fantastic job. So congrats to y'all for getting
Yes.
out and doing all of that. Let's see. And a big deal. Let me go down and find this. This was a big deal for the Meridian Police Department over the weekend. I don't know if you saw this. They made an arrest. Here's a picture of it from Facebook. They made an arrest here. This gentleman had a capital murder warrant out for him, and he ran to Meridian, and they caught him without incident. I don't know if you've read the story. It happened over in Canton at a McDonald's. It was pretty rough what went down, and definitely somebody that you needed to be careful about that was hiding in Meridian. They caught him. So great job
Yes.
to the Meridian Police Department, Special Ops, all y'all went above and beyond.
I think that's a great thing. That's a good thing. Get one more off the street.
Yeah, absolutely. Carol Burnett had her birthday today. She was born in 1933.
She's a funny lady.
And, you know,
I grew up watching her.
I know. Just a great
It's
person.
just still, I mean, you know, when I would watch her having interviews and stuff, she's always funny. You know, she always pulled on her ear.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
And like with most families, I don't know if you've read up on it, her daughter has had some serious issues, and she's kind of taken over the role of her granddaughter, and her granddaughter, she's trying to straighten her out.
Yeah.
So her hands are full at 78 years old trying to help out her daughter and all. Let's see here. Also, Jay DeMarcus, one of the singers of Rascal Flatts, is celebrating his birthday today. I think he's about 51 is where he's at, somewhere right around in there. Okay. Melania Trump, or did I say that right?
Melania, I think.
Melania, yeah. Donald's wife, let's call her that.
Yeah.
Celebrating her 51st birthday today, I believe.
She's a pretty lady.
Oh, she is. Lucille Ball passed away on this date. Lucille Ball was just funny.
She was. I mean, I grew up watching her too, so she's hilarious.
So out of all of them in the world, what would you say is your favorite George Jones song? Golden Rings?
I don't know. What?
Oh, come
What's
on.
yours?
Well, I mean, there's several to choose. The Grand Tour, I mean, come on, boy. Was that
That's
not
a good one.
a
Step on
song?
Up.
Come on, in. And, of course, then you get into He Stopped Loving Her Today.
Now, I like that one. I mean, that, you know, like I said, that's
Tennessee
one of my favorites.
Whiskey. I'm Still the Same Old Me. Shine on Me. Gosh, Lee, the list just goes on and on. It was 2013 today that George passed away.
I didn't realize it had been that long.
No, it just seems maybe 2-3 years ago.
I swear, time just.
But that's 7 years ago today that George was laid to rest. Yeah, I mean, it's shocking.
I mean, it is shocking because, I mean, it just flies on by. I can't believe my little one's fixing to be 7, you know, and my oldest son's going to be 18
Whoa.
in like a week.
Birthday cake time.
Yeah.
Good morning to Lisa Fisher. Hope you're doing well today.
Yes.
And do you pronounce it Myra?
Milam.
Milam? Okay. All right. Want to make sure I said that right. Thank you, Candace, for helping me out there, not me messing that up. Elbert Talmert is watching this morning also.
Good morning to Milton Savelle and Terry Carter. Good morning to you.
Along with Miss Diane Holloman. How are you doing, Miss Diane? She does so much cooking. If y'all hadn't looked at her Facebook page in a while, and she is a wonder. I ate there so much when I was a kid. It ain't funny, didn't I, Miss Diane? Me and Bradley run around as teenagers, and she always cooked for us. She's a sweetheart. Miss Linda Culpepper's up.
That's right. And Harvey Cleveland's watching this morning. Good morning to you.
We do appreciate that. So what's your plans today? Anything other than this dental thing? Is it going to put you down for the rest of the day?
I feel like it is. Yeah. I'm going to have to go get my son, which I'm probably going to go to the dentist, go home, lay down. Yeah.
It does make
if I make it through the appointment. I'm telling you, when I say I have anxiety, like, I have debated like calling and just saying, you know, especially because all weekend I had like a migraine in the middle of the night and woke up this morning with one, and I thought this is really going to help this situation.
Yeah, you just thought you heard over the weekend. Wait till today.
Oh,
You don't
hush.
you don't slobber unless it's near the front. Then that's when you can't feel your
Look,
face.
this is what scares me. And I know y'all want to hear my
Yeah.
issues, but
Let's hear it.
it's the top wisdom tooth in the back that I have to get filled. It's very hard to get back there to brush
Well,
your teeth.
why don't you pull it?
I want it pulled.
I did it.
I wanted it pulled, and he said, "Oh, it'd be best just to fill it." So, because I think it might make my teeth shift or
Mm-hmm.
something if it's not back there holding the. I don't know, but anyway, so I'm just worried because you know how that when they shoot that stuff to deaden it, I feel like my throat's gonna be dead, and if I can't swallow, I'm gonna be panicking.
Candace,
I feel
look,
like I can
let's lay
swallow.
out how it really is. You're in your 40s, you're married. Who are you trying to impress? So if it shifts your teeth a little bit, it's going to be okay.
Scotty Ray, if I
Kurt
have a
is
big
not
old
going to care.
gap,
Kurt is not going to care if you got old shifty teeth.
look, I ain't having no gapped teeth if I can help it. No, I might end up with some gap teeth later on, but it's not going to be because I
I'm
just
pulling
allowed
for
it to
you.
happen.
I'm
Okay.
pulling for you here. But I wish
But
you luck.
yeah, I would rather have it pulled. I had this other one pulled years ago, so I don't know.
Yeah, I remember waking up like 3 hours later after they put me to sleep and done that.
Yeah, I wish I could just be knocked out. But he was in training on his like job today.
Yeah.
Like it's a training thing. They have to go through a new program or something, software or something they're having to do for 2 weeks. So he couldn't take
But you
me,
just
like-
might as well drive on over to that school in Jackson where they practice on people. Let some people that
yeah.
really don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be even better.
But there's a lot of people that do that. So I'm just
Oh, I
just
know
telling
they
you.
do. And I wouldn't mind doing that for my teeth to be clean.
Yeah, but
or-
you ain't going in there. You,
you
ain't never
know,
done
you
it
ain't
before.
drilling up in my teeth when you just really kind of wondering if you're doing the right thing or not.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's too hilarious. So hang in there. We wish you luck.
Thank you.
As we start talking about homes and things, if you are looking for a home, talk to our friends at Snowden and Company. Amanda will really go above and beyond to help you find exactly what you're going to be doing. Now, there's a lot that goes into homes that you don't realize, from the inspections that have to go down. They handle all of this where you have no worries with this. You show up and you sign. I can't get it out. I'm tongue twisted there.
I was too earlier. So
They walk you through this. It's an easy process. They've done it every day. They do it all the time. When you're probably once or twice in your lifetime doing this, these are the professionals that do this day in, day out. So if you're looking to sell your home, talk to them. They'll get you some of the most money that you can for your home. Houses are at it's a shortage. There's no other way to word it right now. So many people are looking. Talk to them. Let them come out and give you a market analysis of your home. Gives you an idea of what it's worth. They'll pay attention to detail, get you on your, visit them on snowdenrealestate.com. They're located in Broadmoor. Now, in the areas that they do their work in, that's Lauderdale, Kemper, Newton, Neshoba, and Clark counties. Some of the homes that are available there, and they'll just do anything they can to help you. Now, they're opening up this morning at 9. It's in about 15 minutes they'll be open. They'll be there all the way through Friday till 5, and by appointment on Saturday, closed on Sundays. Let them do the deal for you. Find out why so many people use them.
right. A lot of people, think about building and buying, and it's so much cheaper to buy.
Yes.
right now than it is to build.
Because y'all want to know what? Your yard's already done. You ain't got to
Right.
do all that.
That's right. Yeah.
Let her talk to Amanda again, a designated seller representative, certified real estate negotiating expert. Located on Poplar Springs, see Amanda Snowden. She'll help you get through that of getting your home or selling your home. Very easy there. So let's see here. This is the last full week of April. Did you realize that?
Yeah, I know it's flown by. I have to say, Miss Linda Jane says she's praying for me. Thank you, Miss Linda. I'm gonna need all the prayers I can get. And then Lori says, take some drugs.
Candace, are you sure you're not just being, what's
oh
the
my
word?
gosh, y'all just don't know. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I really have anxiety about it. I mean, I can't think about anything else.
Well, you know what gives me anxiety, and I haven't done it, and they say that when you get near that 50 mark, you're supposed to go do it, and the thought of it makes me want to just...
Yeah, dentist
No,
Damon
that ain't.
Reagan says
That ain't it. No,
What?
that ain't it.
What?
It's that thing where you got to go where they put you to sleep and they hang you upside down. They run this camera in your rear end.
Oh,
What's that
yeah.
called?
a scope,
Yeah, I want to have that
a
done.
lower scope, or
I don't know what, but
colonoscopy.
that's it.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, that gives me the willies.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that either.
And I ain't been, and I ain't making them. Angie will
Well,
probably
I
have to
got
drag.
to do that in the next year or so because my mother had colon cancer.
Y'all know how a
so-
dog does, and you got him on a chain, and you're pulling him to the truck to go to get neutered. That would be me to go get that done.
You know, maybe they can just knock you out before you leave the house, and then they just throw you in a chair and wheel you in there.
Now, my neighbor done it, and he gave a explanation of it. And after he said, "Oh, there's nothing to it," and I listened to his details. Nope, that made me even more not want to go.
Yeah, I've been after my mother's had her scope several times, and it's kind of, I don't know.
Well, they hoist you up there?
Oh, I don't know about all that. I don't know how the actual, how that goes. But anyway, I'm not real good under, what do you call it?
Pressure?
No, when they put you under, I could say or do anything. You know these people who,
well, you tell all your
like
secrets.
if I had to go in and have wisdom teeth cut out, you know how they film people and they put them, make a video and it's really funny because they're talking out of their head. That's how I would be, because I'm not good taking medication. But anyway, Damon Reagan wants to know, drugs, Candace. I have a dentist appointment this morning. I have to have 2 or 3 teeth filled, and I ain't looking forward to it.
This is
I have anxiety about it.
If we were talking about tornadoes and put it on a scale of 1 to 5, that's a 1, a half. Come on now.
No, it's not for me. I'm telling y'all, I've had babies without medicine. I've had babies without my epidural. I can do all that. My mouth is a totally different thing, because if the medicine, I don't know. I'm gonna have to quit talking. I'm gonna call and cancel before I even go.
Oh, in the news this morning, they say it's the worst ever. I didn't care to watch it, and I doubt I ever will again. But the Oscars, it turned out to be just one big boring 3-hour special that, most of America didn't watch. The ratings will be out later on today to verify that. But I have yet to read one review that said that was good.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I didn't watch it.
Also over the weekend, and you wonder what people are thinking. There's an investigation into this, because the title, the headline of the story kind of throws you off. And it says that a pharmacist plunged to her death. Well, after you read the story, she climbed over the rail, and a park ranger was talking to her. She climbed over. So we're assuming there's more to the story than meets the eye, the headline. And she's right there. This is what she jumped off of, or fell off of, 250 feet.
My gosh. Well, it looks like you'd have to cross 2 different fences.
Yeah. So you don't just accidentally do that. Horrible. We hate that happen.
I don't understand people who do that.
And again, there is more to that story than meets the eye. As you read the story, it goes in to say that they're contacting the family members to find out she had some issues going on here lately. You hate to see this happen. A 19-year-old that really had his life ahead of him. NBA had already put the draft, and he accidentally runs a red light and is killed. Terence Clark.
Goodness.
That's him playing ball, and this is the video here.
Of Kentucky basketball standout.
Let's see if it'll show it here. Let me do a F5 on that and see if it'll do that. But he runs through this red light. There's the car there, and it's just bad. Thoughts to his family there of what happened there. Video didn't play like I thought it was going to through it all. But so condolences to his family. Let's see what else is going on across here. This is one of those instances of, why are you going to do this? America's watching. There's cameras. A cop, they had restrained, already in handcuffs. A woman was in handcuffs. And the fight breaks out, as you see. And then this cop right here goes to punching her. And it did not turn out well. The other cops pulled him off. Nothing bad happened.
He punched her 2 or 3 times real quick.
Yeah. And it could have turned, if you'll see right there, and they pull him off. And which is good that they did pull him off.
Right.
That's one of those things you hate to see there.
And he looked like he was going in for another
He would.
lick,
And and I get, it'd be tough, and I listened to a thing about, think about being a cop, of everything that you're called when people are mad. It would be tough to control your.
Oh, I'm sure they see all kind of stuff, spitting in their face. There's no telling what,
And you have to restrain yourself from doing that. And so we'll see where that goes. Let's see. How do you even lead into these things here, this story here?
Yeah, it's really weird. There's some odd situations, for sure.
So you bring your girlfriend home. You're going to get married to her, but wait a minute.
Meet your 61-year-old dad.
Yeah, and Dad likes her a little more than you, and he takes her away from you.
Right, and
they're
they're going to have a baby.
Well, now.
So, your brother, who you thought was going to be your wife is now probably going to be your stepmother, and you got a little brother coming.
Can you imagine?
That's crazy.
This is, well, I ain't even going to say what I'm thinking there. I wonder if Dad had money.
You would have to think.
This is son. His face is blocked out there, but there's Dad there and his new 25-year-old wife-to-be. If you can't
crazy.
show your
I
girlfriend...
wonder what the time scale of all this happening was. Like, I mean, was it like an instant
It's a good question.
attraction? I don't know.
Yeah. TikTok stars, they're popping up everywhere, and we're not on TikTok. I don't, because I thought TikTok you just put like 2 or 3 second videos on there, and maybe that's what you do.
Yeah, I'm not on TikTok either. My kids do all that, but
It's popular, that's for sure. As we look at this, I don't blame this lady.
I don't either.
She calls the cops. They pull up on her property, start taking pictures with fancy cars, and I don't know what all they do in this.
Half-dressed.
Yeah.
Not even half-dressed, like fourth-dressed.
Yeah. She shows up, and the cop recognizes them because his son watches them and takes pictures with them instead of doing anything to her.
Right. He's fist bumping.
Yeah, and they're not revealing his face. But here's what the scene looked like on her property.
What's she got on her head?
Looks like a...
Wrap it around your behind.
Is that supposed to
Take it
be...
off your head and wrap it around you.
Yes, she needs to cover up that thing.
Right, she does.
But, yes, a mask.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. So I don't blame the lady for calling the cops. He should have been more professional and asked them to leave.
Yeah.
Even the guy that arrested George Jones in Mississippi that time didn't give him any break when he was slobbering drunk. But
I don't know that I wouldn't have fired a round or two up in the air.
that would have got somebody.
How fast they got to moving.
And they would.
If somebody was on my
And
property.
the deeper in the South you go, people do fire a round or two in the air just to make you do that. A lawmaker in Michigan has been detained, and this morning I hadn't got the copy of it, but they have released the video now of the cops. They pull over him. He's drinking and driving. He's wrecked. And here's the headline. He goes, whoa, wait a minute. I'm the one that makes the laws for you. And he got wild. This is the car. He was wrecked. He's a lawmaker. And it got bad to worse. They had to tackle him to the ground. He resisted arrest.
Good Lord.
And then he told him he was going to call the governor to get him. If you're drinking, you're drinking.
Right. I mean, I don't care what position or title or whatever you have. I mean, you're not above the law.
That's right.
Even when you make them.
That's right.
That's right.
In other news, this one, there is so much that has not been released to the public yet. Here's the headline, that an unarmed black man was shot 10 times by the cop who gave him a ride. I read the story. This guy breaks down, and he's walking home, and a cop finds him. He picks him up. He takes him home. 2 hours later, the family calls with a domestic dispute problem. The same cop goes there. This guy's walking away from the house, and they get into some type of confrontation, and shots were fired away from the family out in the street somewhere. The family is saying that he didn't have a gun or anything. Police body cam has not been released, but there's more to that than meets the eye. I don't know what it is.
Well, the guy is wearing fingernail polish and...
Yeah, he is, and
after we
so we don't know what went wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what.
But there was an argument that happened there, and more of this is to come out in a few days of what really went down with this. Yeah. So, woof. That was in Washington. We'll see where that goes. George W. Bush, I'm really let down on this, because Jeb could not fix it. Let's just face it. Jeb was not a strong person, and if you'll go back to all those debates, he did show weak. And Trump called him out on it. But the hatred toward Donald was so bad that he voted for, how do you say her first name?
Condoleezza
Rice. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't say that. But he's revealed that's who he voted for president. And I really wish he would have kept that to himself.
Yeah.
Because I didn't need to know that. It makes me think a whole lot less of him now.
Well, I think all the people that voted for the one that we've got now probably are rethinking that.
Not all.
Not a lot. Not all.
Not all. Because there's some that
all.
are tickled pink that
Right.
Joe made it there. But there are some in that group that voted because they wanted change, and change has come, and the change is not what they thought.
And he hadn't, he supposedly was going to bring everybody together. He's just divided everybody. But,
Yeah, it's not been unity, that is for sure.
No.
Just look at the border. That's one of the things.
Right.
As we look at this, the Taliban, they're getting worse. They are getting ready to send B-52s to the Middle East as a warning that we'll do something. That could not be good.
You know, I was listening yesterday to a guy who is in charge of the nuclear missiles and stuff that we have, and he was saying that ours needed, like the United States missiles and stuff, they need updating.
And
they need to be modernized. Everybody else has modernized theirs in other countries. We have not.
That ain't good.
No. And we're looking at like two different, like China and Russia now are like looking to, I mean, they're saying that they'll move on us if we,
you know they would.
So,
yeah,
at the same time, so
we do need to keep that up to date because you never know what these other people will do.
Right.
Lord forbid we ever have to use something like that.
Well, and I mean, the way things are going, I mean, it's not looking good. So.
Can we all say, as Mr. Rogers used to say, boys and girls, let's say this word. Mm-hmm. Can we say lawsuit this morning? Yeah. And these gender reveals, people try to outdo anybody else. Well, they went and got 80 pounds of tannerite and piled it up.
I just think it's crazy. I don't know. I mean, ugh.
Well, they shoot it, and it rocks the neighborhood for miles and miles. Mm-hmm. People are even saying that their houses, the foundations, have cracks.
Yeah. This was like a major explosion. I think it could have blown up several cars, like,
right.
I mean, what's wrong with like cutting into the cake and it being blue or?
Yeah, they want to outdo somebody. But if there's a crack in the foundation and they're on TV talking about it, somebody's suing somebody in the next few weeks.
I'd be worried too if it was like underground gas lines and all that kind of stuff.
And people thought it was an 80. I've never seen anything over 5 pounds of that stuff, but 80 pounds of it.
Oh yeah.
Pretty serious. I watched the video to it, and it was loud.
Well, stuff like this is what'll get it taken completely off the market. I know a lot of people use it to like blow up beaver dams and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I think that's what people on Duck Dynasty, that's probably what they used to do, And
it is fun. I'm not going to lie about it.
Yeah.
Now, I saw a video of a fool one time, and I say fool because it was a foolish thing that he done. They put a refrigerator out in a pond.
I saw that, and it come towards them when they blew it up. It was like a missile launch towards them.
They put propane bottle out there and shot the propane bottle on a freezer, and that door, you saw it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Scary.
So,
I wonder who made it.
Before y'all do watch this next episode, be careful what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Because there are some folks that don't. As we head to the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville this week, Joe has a lot going on, and this is the 20th anniversary of their store. They celebrated that last week. I believe it was on Friday that they celebrated it. So congrats to them. A lot of specials. If you're looking for fresh corn, $1.99 for that 3-pack. You can also get the Idaho potatoes, 8-pound bag for $3.99. California strawberry. Are you a big strawberry girl?
I love strawberries, yes.
Angie loves them. Dipping them in chocolate and all that stuff.
I don't like getting the ones that are bitter, but yeah.
They got them for you, $3.99. You can also get the yellow or zucchini squash, $1.29. Roma tomatoes, also the yellow, white, red, sweet onions, all that, 99 cents a pound. You're going to be doing some great flavoring there. Also grilling beans along with bush baked beans. You can get those. The honey baked, the Sweet Baby Rays. I saw the honey and got all tongue twisted there. 2 for $3. You can get that along with sugar if you're looking for that. Chips Ahoy. 2 for $5. You can also take advantage of the 6-count roll of paper towels. Can never have enough of those.
That's right. We run out of them constantly.
The quicker picker-upper.
Right.
Mayonnaise. Yeah, Piggly Wiggly, you can get that. Or if you're hooked on Blue Plate, there's some people that got to have that particular brand. Joe has both.
That'd be us.
Is your Blue Plate?
Yes. I mean, to me, there ain't no substitute.
No comparison, huh? Captain Crunch, if you're looking for cereal, along with leg quarters. These are great on the grill. They are a 10-pound bag for $5.99. Boston butt this week, and also some whole pork loin at $1.59 a pound. Wieners, we've got a whole lot of things from Coca-Cola to water, 3 for $10. All at the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. Drop in and see Joe. They'll help you there. Take a left to the 4-way stop and head on down.
And they also have the little restaurant on the side that does plate lunches every day. Really good, You're out that way and you need a plate lunch, stop in and see Joe.
Yeah, I hadn't been in a while, but boy, black-eyed peas, butter beans, and then you get a meat with it, too.
I mean, it's like a big buffet. It's really, really good and at a good price.
Yeah, it is. It's starting at like $3.99. One of the best you'll get. So check them all out there in Collinsville. Joe and his friendly gang there. Nothing like showing up to, if you have a habit of dragging your habit to work. And then if you've got a job that you really, well, it's just a teacher.
Yeah.
They really need to be on their P's and Q's to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
But a kindergarten teacher in Virginia has been busted for bringing her cocaine to work. Most likely, and I would think that would follow you around as a teacher, and you would never, ever work again.
Yeah, that's bad.
Wow. I did
What
see.
what if a kid got a hold of that?
I know, and that's what they'll bar her from.
Yeah,
probably ever
what
teaching.
if,
Well, do you remember as a kid, and I know it was out there, but it was never one of my favorite movies that I backed up and watched over and over. Back in the 70s, John Travolta, Saturday Night, was it Saturday Night Fever?
I think so, yeah.
Were you into the disco?
I mean, I grew up during that era, but, I probably wasn't old enough to go out to a disco. I just saw it,
In New York, this was the famous day that that big disco, Club 54, opened.
Mm-hmm.
It only stayed open 3 years, but it was the social scene of New York for like 3 years, and it was disco.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were anybody and everybody, this was the day that it opened. So if you were into that kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen movies, about all that kind of stuff, and I don't know.
Was
A lot
Donna
going
Summer
on.
considered disco back in the day?
I would imagine, yes.
Because, I can remember.
I used to have her album.
See, I was on the other side of that listening to Hank Jr., Dinosaur. We don't all get into Donna Summer.
Uh-huh.
And
But I listened to the Donna Summer. I had a record player, and I'd play that record all the time.
I must admit, I cannot name not one song of Donna Summer.
Really?
Nothing.
I just remember someone left the cake out in the rain.
Don't know that one.
Yeah.
Donna Summer.
I had to look that one up.
I'll have to just Google to find out what she even sang.
Yeah.
This is bad. What if your last thing that you ever done was a picture? And that's really shows it solves the mystery of what happened. And they done this from a mid-air flight right before the planes crashed. A passenger on the plane took a picture, and they found the camera in the wreckage, and this is it here. This happened last year. Here's a picture from the plane, and if you'll notice, this is the front of the plane looking out, and this is the plane coming into them. And as they say there, that bar right there, this pilot never saw that plane. It blocked it in mid-air collision.
Oh, my goodness.
Killed everyone. And that was last year or something. Just horrible.
Awful. Planes just scare me.
Yeah. As we mentioned the lawsuits a minute ago, people will sue you for anything, even if they're in the wrong.
Right.
And here's a prime
right.
example. We've all watched Duck Dynasty. And you mentioned them a minute ago.
Yeah. Somebody had drove by their house and shot into their home.
Yeah.
And now the person who did the shooting is suing
Willie.
Willie. I mean, I don't even know how that's possible.
Now
What do you think he's going to accomplish doing that?
They stopped the guy. He even admitted that, yeah, I shot up in the house, and they cuffed and stuffed him, and now he's suing.
I wonder what he's suing for, though. What's his basis of his lawsuits? I don't know.
People, it's like suing for hot coffee. I just don't. If you buy coffee, know that it's hot.
Right.
So-
that to me was crazy.
That was the beginning of the downfall of the justice system.
It really
to me.
was. That was the first lawsuit that I can remember that really everybody kind of went, what?
Yeah.
I mean, you buy coffee at McDonald's, you spill it on you and burn yourself, and then you're going to sue them because it was too hot.
It wasn't written on the container. That's not McDonald's fault. That's your fault.
It's crazy.
And I really believe that was the downfall of it, where it really all began.
Now, I could understand if they spilt it on you.
Yeah.
But if you spilled it on yourself, that's your fault. Yeah.
Yeah. I've spilt it on myself, and I ain't never sued
Right.
Angie or myself. Oh, let's see here. The guy that testified in the Derek Chauvin case is now being investigated because they say, well, if he says that Chauvin didn't kill George Floyd, then there's some other things that we're going to find.
Yeah.
So they've launched an investigation into him, the medical examiner. Who knows where that'll be? It's going to be a lot of this come up. Y'all expect it. Let's see here. Back in the day, was it Blockbuster that was so big?
I worked at Blockbuster.
Did
Video.
you?
I did. I worked at Blockbuster Video on 22nd Avenue.
Was it Be Kind, Rewind? Do you remember that slogan?
I can't remember, but yeah, if you didn't rewind,
You got charged
You
$1.
got charged a fee or something. Yeah, no rewind fee. I mean, Lord, the days of, we're having to put those videos up on the shelf, and that was like my first job ever. I was 15.
Do you know? I think there's only one left in America.
Really?
Yeah, there's one left. I don't know how they're hanging on there.
That's when The Little Mermaid came out. The cartoon, The Little Mermaid, and we played it constantly, like every day. It was on one of the screens in there because we played different movies on different TVs in there, and it was constantly playing.
Well, here's the next one. An Oklahoma woman has found out that, she's got a felony against her because she did not return Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh, goodness. A felony. That's
pretty stout.
That's pushing it, isn't it?
I would think so.
Yeah.
But rewind your tapes there and take them back there if it's been.
That's pretty bad. We got worse things going on in the world that nobody is doing anything about.
But hey, we're going to get you over that tape.
Right.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
This looks like a homemade.
It does. I threw away, I don't know how many of these not long ago. Just chunked them. I don't know what was on them.
You can get them transferred to DVD.
Can you? Now they're chunking DVDs.
But all these old Disney movies, if you have like the VHS tapes and stuff, because we got rid of ours years ago, some of them are worth a lot of money.
Oh, are they?
Yes, some of them are. So,
dig through your pile.
Because some of them, they like archive them or whatever to where they won't sell them anymore.
Oh.
And so, yeah.
Yeah.
Mine are
Didn't know all
long
that.
Gone.
Yeah, I would assume that ours is
we
also.
We had so many. It was crazy. I think I had every Disney movie when my kids were growing up. But
you couldn't help but get them. And then the dolls and all of that stuff.
And Barney. Oh, my goodness.
I love you.
You love me.
I'm wearing my green Barney outfit today. The New York police, I have to agree with them on this. There's no sense in this even being in a child's library for a child to read.
Yeah.
And they're all over the elementary school for doing this, to where it's saying that cops don't like black men. Why would anybody put this in a children's elementary school? That teaches racism, and we don't need that.
But that is exactly what they're trying to do.
Correct.
They're trying, and I've said it a million times, I know, it seems like, plant that seed in the kids'
And that's
head.
what they're up to. Name
yeah.
of it is Something Happened in Our Town. And that's just wrong to start that early in life.
They want to divide them at an early age. They want to teach them to hate at an early age. I'm sick of it. I hope I hope people start stepping up and saying no to this mess. That's the only way it's going to stop.
I follow the New York Police Department on their Facebook page, and they did a live update the other night, and they were trying to get people to come apply for a job. And I thought, woo, I wouldn't want your job of trying to sell that.
Oh, yeah.
How, seriously, in the future. Now, our small towns throughout the South, cops are very respected. But when you get into these big cities where the riots break out, what would make you want to go into that? Anything you do is run down, you're picked on. That would be a very hard job to fill right now.
If you see a cop, if you see a security guard, if you see anybody who is doing that type of work, tell them thank you.
If you see a dentist today, thank him for what he does.
I'm going to thank mine. I'm going to say thank you for not hurting me. I hope you don't. No, but seriously, like we had prom. My son had prom Saturday night. And they had like a pre-prom get-together at somebody's house. And they had security guards there outside, making sure traffic, because it was in town. And people were parking on the edge of the road and stuff. And we got ready to leave. I think the security guard said, thank you for looking out for our kids, because, people just pass people like that by and take for granted that they're just going to be there all the time. And they're not all the time.
No.
The way things are going, who knows when they'll be there the next time. But thank them, because they are taking care of.
What was that old Neil McCoy song, Last of a Dying Breed? That's where we're at in America right now. The governor of Montana has signed into law banning, again, that Second Amendment push that they're trying to take over in many states. There's been several states that have done this to where they're not going to let the federal government gun bans go into effect in their states. So Montana joins that list along with several other states. Pretty big deal there.
Yes.
Let's see here. Joy Reid, and this is from MSNBC. They're very liberal. MSNBC. I don't watch the channel, but she's defending the girl that was trying to kill the 15-year-old girl that had the butcher knife that was trying to kill the other young lady. And then, of course, the cop fired. And then is it Kobe Bryant that has caught so much flack over that case? I think it is. I think he's gotten a lot of feedback on that. Says that the girl that had the knife was probably just scared as she lunged at the other girl.
Yeah.
That's just a horrible situation altogether.
I don't know. To me, she went to the scene with the knife, with intention.
I mean, she was going after that girl.
Right. I don't know who it is that's caught a bunch of flack.
I want to say it's Kobe Bryant.
No, I think he's the
or
one. Or
is it LeBron James?
LeBron James. Kobe Bryant's the one that.
Oh, okay.
In
Yeah,
the
LeBron.
Helicopter.
Both were basketball players.
Right, but her last name's Bryant. That's probably
where
you
I got my
that.
confusion.
Yeah. But yeah, LeBron James.
And Damon just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she went with the intent. I don't think she was scared. I think she was mad, is what I think. And I think she went with a knife with the intention of stabbing somebody and probably knew who she was going to stab. And I think justice was served, even though that it's a horrible thing that she lost her life. I think that's awful that a teenage girl lost her life. I don't agree that should even happen. But you know, what do? You gonna stand there and let her stab 2 or 3 people to death? And
Yeah.
Then you got, and then shoot her. Then you got 4 or 5 people that,
Right.
Who knows? Plus, she could have even come at the cop. You don't know. You can't take chances in a heated moment situation like that.
As we go to this next story, and it just really backs this up. In New York City, look at this: 77% upward in crime here with shootings. A retired cop got shot Saturday night. He was retired and walking to his car and got shot by a stray bullet. He's recovering. Here's another story as we go to this. A Delaware cop is fighting for his life this morning. He responded to a domestic dispute, went to the home, went inside, and a fight broke out with him, and he was hit in the head with something, and he may not make it at this point. Other cops came to the scene, and he was rushed to the hospital, and odds are not looking good for him.
And stuff like that, you see a headline about it, it's announced, and then boom, you never talk about it again. Like when it's a cop that's hurt. Why don't more people have this running through the news all the time?
Yeah, they don't want it in the news.
I know, but it's a life lost, or it's a life that someone has that they're fighting for their life because of.
Wasn't
violence.
it the Texas State Trooper not long ago that died, and he donated his organs on his death? A similar situation like this. I'm telling you, to be a cop these days is almost
or
like,
even in the military.
Yeah, all that's like signing a death warrant, because it's all the governments are not behind you anymore.
Right.
They don't stand behind the cops, and bad situation out there.
Even paramedics. They have to go into bad neighborhoods. They have to go into bad situations. I mean, people any of these people that
first
are
responders, firefighters now.
Right, firefighters. I mean, just everybody that's first responders, anybody like that.
Because a lot of times, as you say, the ambulance drivers, these first responders are the first on the scene before even the cops get there.
Right.
And they're dealing with...
Yeah, so what if they're dealing with a crazy situation still going on, and they can't just sit there and let somebody that's been shot not have medical help.
That's right.
So they put their lives in danger too. So
think about those guys as they put on that uniform and go out there. And it takes a special person to want to help somebody else. It truly does. That was not my calling in life, and I respect those that do that. As we talk about the good folks down at Sanders, if you need to have your AC tuned up, talk to them today. $69.99. If it's not working right, if it's not cooling properly, it could be just as simple as the coils need cleaning. They can do that, get you fixed up, fix anything. If it needs a whole new unit, they can do that. A lot of times you have to, that dreaded inside part there, have to replace both of them. Talk to them, though. They can fix you up in no time flat. And, of course, generators and anything that you may be looking for to make your home work more efficiently when the power goes out, or if you're looking for gas logs. They've got those. And, of course, all the tankless water heaters, you name it, they can offer it for you at Sanders Gas, 22nd Avenue. Talk to Chuck today. See his friendly staff. They'll help you. And, as always, if you need gas, call them. They'll get it delivered for you. That's a good thing. Oh, I wanted to mention this also. Tiffany's got a giveaway that is going on this morning down at Tiffany Blue. I want to mention this. Make sure to go register on Facebook there. $100 she's giving away for Mother's Day.
Make the comment, I love my mama.
I love my mom.
And that'll enter you in to win the $100 gift certificate.
Yeah, it's almost like the water boy. I love my mama.
Yeah, they're going to announce. You better love your mama. But they're going to announce the winner on May the 7th, on Friday, May the 7th. So.
Wasn't that the scene at the hospital where they're all standing outside? They turn around and go, he loves his mama.
Yeah,
Okay. That was fun.
I watched that not long ago. You know, who was that played his mama? The one that was in where she beat that guy's kneecap.
Yeah. That woman is funny.
Bates. Isn't her last name Bates?
Could be.
Or something like that. Yeah.
It's the devil.
Yeah.
That was her thing. Colonel Sanders.
That is the weirdest. I mean, to me, his movies are so corny.
Right.
But I still think they're funny. Like, at some point, I'm sitting there watching it going, why am I thinking this is funny? Why am I watching this? But it is funny.
Did you know a Vicky Valancourt? Now, like that Mr. Deeds, I didn't care for that one. And there were several of them that weren't good. But, you know, he hit a home run. What was that show where he was the golfer? Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Boy,
did you see The Wedding Singer with Drew
missed that one.
Barrymore? And then there was another one that he was in with her, 50 First Dates. Wasn't he in that with her?
Missed that one.
50 First
I'm gonna
Dates.
go back now.
Where she had like a memory loss, and so he went out with her. Every time he went out with her, it was like the first time for her that he ever went out with her.
Was
so
it
they called
good,
50
bad,
First
or?
Dates. I mean, it was pretty good.
Kathy Bates,
Yeah.
Damon says.
Yeah.
And she says it was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, and the same thing, they scored good with that Happy Gilmore, because that was just as funny. I don't even like golf, but after watching that, I thought, man, if they just add a little bit of that to golf, I might watch it.
Yeah.
Because it's always so quiet and serious, as they.
I know. I can't play golf.
I've hit one ball in my entire life.
I dig the ground up with the club. Like, I can't hit the ball. I just hit the ground.
That'd be me.
Yeah.
I did.
I'm good at driving the cart, though. Great.
That's fun.
Yeah.
We did some Jimmy Rogers stuff back in the day where we'd go out live on the golf course, and boy, it's hard to describe a game that you don't know what's going on.
I know. It's been a long time since I've been on a golf course, but I don't know. It just ain't my thing.
Not mine either.
I might like it if I learned how to do it, but
some people eat it up. They're consumed by that game of golf. I've heard, don't try it. You might like it.
Some people chunk the clubs, like when they don't
off
hit
of
it like they
off
want
of the
it.
creek.
Yeah, just chunk it.
What was that? The Gator's name? Chubbs, where he ate the dude's.
I don't know.
Maybe you didn't see that scene. Okay. All right. Enough about that. I enjoyed it, though. But appreciate all the comments. And Damon said we also ought to go back and read that lawsuit there on McDonald's. It was very interesting. And I just remember it from years and years ago. Been a while. So that kind of wraps up this morning as we move into a new day. We do hope everything turns out well for 82 today. We're going to get rain. Our biggest chance moving in on Thursday night into Friday. Our bigger chance is Thursday night, 40% on Friday. But we got 80-degree weather all week.
Goodness,
So,
like summertime.
Welcome to almost May.
Yeah.
And can we do any live video as you do this? That would be pretty good stuff.
No.
I want to watch you cringe.
No. If I ever have to get a wisdom tooth cut out, that would be like a comedy afterwards.
Oh.
I'm just going to tell you.
Well, hang in there. And we wish you luck with the dentist, and we
Thank
expect
you.
a full report tomorrow.
I just hope I'm recovered.
Oh, you'll make it. Remember, the tornado scale, 1 to 5. How bad is my pain? And you're rating this. I'm rating it as a 1. You're rating it
I
as.
think my blood pressure's up. Because I'm scared. I sound like a baby.
Well,
I hate that because, like, I'm usually not afraid of much at all. But this just gives me anxiety.
there are certain
You want-
things in life that do give you the wibby-jibbies.
Woo.
Because somebody brought up that what do you call that thing? Molly?
Colonoscopy, yeah.
About the stuff that you have
when
to
I do
drink?
have to have that done, yeah, the drinking, the stuff. I've never had to do it yet, but I've talked to people who have, and my mother has, and so yeah.
Yeah, it's never a pleasant conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing pleasant about a hospital either. Let's just go ahead and throw that out there.
Yeah, I don't like even going in the hospitals, especially
Modesty?
after this coronavirus mess.
Modesty out the door. Mm-hmm. They're gonna give you that little gown with the rip down the back.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna have to have that done, but that's coming soon. That's
soon.
not what I look forward to either, but I do have to have it
We
done,
just-
like I said, for precautions because, like, my mother did have colon cancer, so.
We'll see if Candace makes it through the day. Good luck with that.
I'm gonna make it. I am gonna make it, but I just hope I don't. I know they dread people like me coming in because I'm like, is that gonna hurt? What is that? What do you?
Do
use
you
that
white
for?
knuckle the little arms there?
I got it gripped. Like, yes, I do.
Well, good luck with it,
Thank
and
you.
we
Thank
wish you
you.
luck.
Thank you.
We'll be back in the morning. I'll have more updates throughout the day. Of course, weather reports and anything breaking with the news we'll have for you throughout the day here at Scotty Ray's Weather. Thank you, Candace, and we'll see you soon.
All right. See y'all tomorrow.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by